Shalom. Kahalai Nai Habashim Yashai Bashin Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone Ruel, Shalom to the 144,000, one-third remnant men, women, and children of the hopeful elect, Shalom. This is Brother Dubar Yash coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Habashim Yashai. I praise and let's be edifying and straight to the point through the spirit of Rakakudash. Alright, so we're going to jump right into this article from the People's Voice.tv. And it says studies. It says so-called white British people will become the minority in the UK within 40 years. And to be honest with you, these Edomites worldwide, not just in the so-called UK, but all over worldwide, including here in Babylon the Great America, are already the minority. Okay? They're already the minority race, man. These Edomites, which is to make up the so-called white race, man. So-called white British people currently making up around 73% of the UK's population will become a minority in their own country in less than 4 decades, according to a new study. The 2022 census revealed that so-called white British were already the minority in both London and Birmingham. And they are the minority, man. Okay? They're not just a minority in the UK, so-called UK. They're becoming the minority worldwide. Okay? So they're already the minority, man. Okay? Here in America, they try to up their numbers, man. Okay? Because any person that's an immigrant that comes to America, they label them as so-called white. Okay? And they try to say that so-called black people, your Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, mainly the Judah, which is make up the so-called Negroes, are 14% of the population, which we all know that shit is not true at all. Okay? They just up their numbers. All right? Esau Edom likes to up their numbers to try to make it seem like they're the majority race when they're not. They're actually the minority race. And they already are. They're starting really they ain't started to become the minority race. They're already the minority race, man. It's over for these Edomites worldwide. Okay? Now remember this, we do got Israelites that are scattered amongst Edom. Okay? Why you think they came up with that whole ancestry? What's that other one? 20. I think it's 23andMe, I believe. Where they try to find out who is amongst them are not their people, because you do got Israelites that are scattered amongst Edom. Okay, and they trying to figure out who is who is not of them. And you got a lot of Jakes that are scattered amongst Edom. Just like you got Jakes that are scattered amongst all nations, man. Scattered amongst the heathen that are going to come looking like the heathen nations, okay? The Israelites make up primarily the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. But you do have Israelites that are scattered amongst all nations. Point blank period. Including amongst the so-called white race. Okay? So let's continue to read this article. Now, research suggests that so-called white Britons will make up just 57% of the population by 2050, and these devils ain't got till 2050. Okay, this place, by 2050, these Edomites gonna be in captivity, man. Point blank, period. Before slipping below 50% in 2063, once again they're gonna be in slavery, Lord willing, because Esau's kingdom is coming to an end. Okay. And you can see that their kingdom is coming to an end because they're divided amongst themselves, man. Okay? And like it tells you in Mark chapter 3, verse 23 through 26, a house divided cannot stand. Okay? The race of Edom is through, man. These Edomites are through, man. Point blank, period. They're already the minority worldwide. The UK has since seen a massive influx of legal and illegal migrants under successive conservatives and Labour government, with a record high of 906,000 new arrivals in 2023, according to the Telegraph. In 2022, the census revealed that London and Birmingham had become minority so-called white cities. Let's see. I'm not gonna read all of this, But as you can see, man, hey, these Edomites are already the minority, man. Okay, let's see anything else. Like I say, I'm not gonna read all of this, man. But I'm gonna put the I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna read it. Stop it right here, man. All right, let's get the scriptures, man. And I'll put the rest in the description box. You can read it. But hey, like I say, these Edomites are already the minority race, man. Okay, they're they're already the minority race worldwide. Okay, so let's go to Obadiah. Obadiah, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah does say the Lord Yahweh shall power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh Shai and an ambassador, Slaki, is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. So they're being made small among the heathen nations, man. Okay, they're being made small. They're become the minority. They're already the minority. They're greatly despised. The world is starting to despise the Edomites, man. The Edomite race. Okay? These Edomite women no longer wants to date their their Edomite counterparts. They want Jake, man. Okay? They want Jake. As a matter of fact, before we continue on, let's get a scripture. Let's go to Job. Job 27. And let's see, let's start at verse 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh, and the inheritance of oppressors which they shall receive from the Almighty. And that's the Edomites, man. These devils are the wicked. Okay, they're the wicked, and they are the oppressors. Who's been oppressing Jake? Okay, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay. Verse 14, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Verse 15, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. Yeah, his women are no longer weeping for him. His women are now dating Jake, getting with so-called Negro men, all right, so-called black men, all right, Latino men, Native American men, all right, even men of the other nations. All right, the Edomite women don't want to date them. All right, their men anymore, for the most part. Okay, now you still got some that are, sticking with that man, but for the most part, man, it's over for it's over for Esau. Okay, let's read this scripture again. Obadiah verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. These devils are being despised. They're hated amongst all nations, man. Okay? Including themselves, all right? You got some Edomites that hate their own, man. Okay? And that's the curses are basically falling upon them, man. Okay? Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Okay? Just like, hey, we had a hatred for our brother, all right? Our Israelite brothers and sisters now. Now those curses are starting to fall upon them. Okay? And you see, all right, these Edomites are totally divided against each other. Look at what's going on in the so-called White House, man, with Elon Musk and Donald Trump, man, with this whole bill they're trying to sign, like that economic bill. Look, these Edomites are through, man. They're completely and totally without a shadow of a doubt through. Let's continue. Verse 3, the pride of thy heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Okay? These devils think they can never be brought down, but they're being brought down by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Verse 4, though his though though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, hence will I bring thee down, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we're coming to the end of Esau Edom's world, man. His rulership, his age. Okay? So let's get another scripture. Let's go Well, let's go back to Job 14 and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bonds that he cannot pass. So this devil's got a limit he's not going to be able to pass, man. Okay? These Edomites are done, man. And once their kingdom comes to an end, these devils got 1,000 years of captivity to do, slavery, and it's going to be, hey, 10 times worse than our slavery and our captivity. It's going to make our slavery look like a damn paper cut. Okay? These devils got a lot to pay for. They're going to pay for it through 1,000 years of captivity. And after 1,000 years of captivity, Obadiah verse 18 is going to happen to them. There won't be no more Edomites after their 1,000 years of captivity, man. Okay? Let's go to now. Lamentations 4 and verse 21. Let's go there. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwells in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Okay? Their sins, their wickedness is being exposed for the whole world to see. Esau is being made bare. That shameful spewing is now upon their glory. Verse 22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Okay, so our punishment, all right, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, our punishment is just about up, man. We're about to get the hell up out of this captivity, okay? Starting with the elect of Israel on this side, okay? We're about to be delivered. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So their sins are being discovered. Speaking of which, let's go to Habakkuk. I quoted it. Excuse me. Let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2. Because I quoted this. I'm going to get it. Thou art filled with shame for glory. This is Habakkuk 2 and 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the glory of Habashiach's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory. Yeah. Shameful spewing is on your glory now. All right? That history, the wicked history that you Edomites are so proud of, is that glory is being turned into shame. Okay? Let's go back to Obadiah. Let's go back to Obadiah verse 15. Let's read that. Obadiah, excuse me. Obadiah verse 15 through 18. For the day of the glory Habashiachah is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, thou shalt be done unto thee. So now let me read that again. It shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Okay? So what you damn devils did to the Israelites, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is now being done to you. The curses are now starting to befall Edom. Okay? Deuteronomy 30 and 7 says, and the Lord Yahweh will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay? They're starting to feel the effects of the curses. Verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Excuse me. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they have not been. Yeah. They about to drink that cup, just like we read in Habakkuk 2 and 16. They're starting to drink of the cup of racism, the cup of being hated by all people, man, including Israelites. Just like we had to go through that. They're now starting to go through it. Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Okay? Verse 18, the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. So after that 1,000 years of the worst brutal captivity known to man, They're going to be rounded up, burnt off the face of the earth, never to be seen or heard from again, man. There will not be another Edomite walking this earth after that 1,000 years of captivity, man. Yeah, let's go here. I think it's 41, I believe. Yep. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes chapter 41 and verse 5. The children of sinners are an abominable children, and they that are covetous in their dwelling of the ungodly. Okay? And the children of sinners are talking about these Edomites, man. Okay? So-called white race. Verse 6. The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, like you, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. Yeah. That's starting to happen to these Edomites now. All their sins, all the wickedness they have done, they're now being a perpetual reproach. Okay? Verse 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they have been reproached for his sake. Verse 8. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High Yahweh Shai power. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. Just like we read in Job 27, verse 14 and 15. Verse 9. And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse, and if ye die, a curse shall be your portion. Verse 10. All that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, so the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction, and they will tailor made fit for destruction. Okay? Yeah, let's read verse 11. The mourning of men is about their bodies, but an ill name of sinners shall be blotted out, man. Okay? So, hey, these damn devils, man, their time is up. It's up. It's almost up, man. Time's up, Esau. Let's get second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 6. And we're going to stop here. We're going to read verses 7 through 9. We're going to end it here. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what should be the pardon of the son of the times, or when should be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we're coming to the end of Esau's world, his age, his rulership, and we're coming into Jacob's beginning. And in the beginning of Jacob's age, the end of Esau's rulership, and the beginning of Jacob's rulership, man. Okay? So, hey, their time is up, man. Their time is up. So with that, I'm going to end it here. Call Hungary Lion, how about Shem Yahushai? By Shem Rakakwadash. So on to the next one, Sean Wong. Kwam Yashranga. Why about Babal? Abad Adawam. Destruction to Babylon, the Great America, and destruction to Edom. Sean Wong.